Hey, hello and welcome to your daily dose of alignment. So today I'm talking about one of my most favorite topics, which is intuition. I love the concept of intuition, and I most certainly love the using it in my day-to-day life. And what I'm going to be really excited sharing with you today is how to activate it and how to use it more in your life. So that's kind of what this is all about. So hi, I am Kylie Ansed. I am the Alignment Whisperer, and I am here to help you activate your alignment, get more into alignment. I'm coming to you from beautiful Sydney, Australia, and I'm all about alignment. I'm all about helping people get into alignment, stay in alignment, and enjoy their life of purpose using the tool of alignment. So, what is this thing, intuition? I like to think about when we make decisions or when we go down a certain path, using intuition versus using our head or our heart. I like to think of intuition as using your gut. So it's kind of an interesting concept because so many people would think that intuition might be using your heart. But here's the thing. Intuition is, it's something that is so subtle that if you're not paying attention, it's easy to miss. But the good news is the more you do pay attention, then definitely the more it will show up in your life. So let me give you some examples. When you make decisions from your head, you apply logic, you apply rational thinking, you weigh up the pros and cons, you do the spreadsheets, and you make a decision from that place. And from the outside world, that all seems all well and good, and it's definitely the way we are encouraged to make our decisions. I would say without doubt that is how the most of our schooling and the way that we are encouraged by parents and authority figures is to make decisions from that rational head place. There's also another place that a lot of people make decisions, and that's from the heart. And usually we only think there's the head or the heart, and we don't really see that there's anywhere else. The heart decisions are the ones where you kind of jump in and throw caution to the wind, and you're being led by your emotions, and often they are very emotional decisions made from that place. And often when those decisions sort of fall apart, we say, oh, well, you see, I shouldn't make decisions from my head. I shouldn't make them from my heart. I should make them from my head. This is how a lot of people see it. But there is a third place, and that is intuition or your gut. I think I like to say that because it does feel different to a heart decision. It's not emotional, it's more instinctual. And this is the part of ourselves that we have ignored for so long. We don't listen to it because it doesn't make any rational sense. And we have such a rational kind of world that we live in. We have such a rational way of experiencing life that these tiny little intuitive tips are ignored. So let me explain what it looks like and how you can activate it and start having more of it in your life. So first of all, when it first shows up, it is quiet, it is subtle, it's easy to miss. And because of that, we don't pay it much attention. And as life goes on, we pay it less and less and less attention, and definitely, without a doubt, we are using less and less of our intuition every day because we don't give it any heed. Now, here's the thing. The more attention you pay to your intuition, the more it will start showing up in your life. And then the opposite is true. So for sure, if you are going to start living more intuitively, listen for that little voice, look for those little signs, the instinctual feeling that you get when you are making a decision or going one way or another way. When you start paying attention to it, it grows. I guess that is the base of my message to you. The more you pay attention to it, the more obvious it becomes. And if you have never paid attention to it in your life, then when it does show up, you may not recognize it. Paying attention to your intuition and following intuition takes some faith and some trust. You have to, and it's faith and trust in yourself, because this is your own inner voice, your own inner wisdom that knows best. Even if you can't see the path that it's taking you down, your inner voice absolutely knows the best answer and the best path for you to be taking. So when you put your trust in that inner voice and you start paying respect to your own inner wisdom, it will start showing up louder and louder and louder. I can give you some examples of where this happened in my life. Probably the most obvious one for me was when I first became a healer, and it was not something I was deciding to do. I had people telling me in my childhood, a few times I had people saying that they thought that's what I was going to do, and I completely ignored them, as you do as a teenager. I had no interest in what they were saying. But on this one particular day, I had two different people talk to me about the same topic, and it was they were two separate people, two separate incidences. It happened in the same day, within about an hour, and to me that was a message of intuition. Now, I could have ignored that. I could have thought, no, I'm not going to follow that. That was 20 years ago, and that started my path to becoming a healer, and it was simply because I listened to that message. So it starts with these little things that of course it changed the trajectory of my life, and it has been richer for it. And I'm going to encourage you to do the same. When you hear those little voices, it's a gut feeling. It's not a head decision. It's not a heart decision. It's from the gut. It's an instinctual feeling. When someone asks you a question or you have a decision to make, that the first split second, it's the split second before your brain has switched on. That is your intuition speaking. That's the voice you need to listen to. And then the logic comes in, and maybe the emotion comes in, and it all gets lost in the muck of all of that. So I'm going to really encourage you, next time you've got a decision, even a small decision. In fact, I would suggest you start with the small decisions, because they're way easier to kind of play around with. So play around with this. Next time you have a small decision to make, try and catch that instinctual, immediate, intuitive voice that comes up. Try and catch that, and that's the one to listen to. Play it out, see where it takes you. You never know where your life may end up. So what do you think? I would love to hear your comments. I always enjoy reading what you have to say. Thank you so much for playing with me in this place where we're creating a life of purpose on purpose. I really appreciate you. Bye.